David Gilmour has finally put to rest any hope that fans might have of a Pink Floyd reunion. The legendary guitarist, now 79, summed it up in just 3 words, leaving no room for doubt. In a recent conversation with The Telegraph, Gilmour and his wife, writer Polly Sampson, spoke warmly about their decades-long marriage, their shared love for art and photography, and the music that shaped their lives. But when the topic turned to Pink Floyd, the tone changed. Asked whether he could ever mend his relationship with former bandmate Roger Waters and bring the group back together, Gilmour made it clear that such a reunion would never happen. For many fans, Pink Floyd remains one of the most influential rock bands in history, their music immortalized through albums like The Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall. Yet behind the success lies a long and bitter feud between 2 of its central figures, Gilmour and Waters. The rift began in the wake of the band's extraordinary success in the 1970s. Creative tensions grew as both men tried to steer the band's direction. By 1985, the friction became too much, and Waters left Pink Floyd to pursue his solo career. Not only did he walk away, but he also attempted to legally dissolve the band, a move that the High Court ultimately rejected. Although the 2 briefly reunited in 2005 for the Live 8 concert, a performance that thrilled fans worldwide, their personal differences never healed. Over the years, both artists have built their own musical legacies, but their paths have rarely crossed since. Pink Floyd's drummer, Nick Mason, once reflected on their conflict, describing it as a strange situation. He suggested that Waters always believed songwriting was the only true measure of artistry, while Gilmour's contributions as a guitarist and vocalist were undervalued in his eyes. Mason implied that Waters might still regret leaving, expecting the band to collapse without him, only to see it continue to thrive. The feud resurfaced publicly in 2022 after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Gilmour and Mason released a song in support of Ukrainian musician Andrzej Chlyabinchuk, using the Pink Floyd name. Waters condemned the move, calling it a political gesture without substance and criticizing them for not calling directly for peace talks. His comments reignited old wounds. Polly Sampson fired back on social media, accusing Waters of being anti-Semitic, dishonest, misogynistic, and a supporter of Vladimir Putin. Gilmour publicly endorsed her words, writing that every statement was true. 3 years later, when asked whether her opinion of Waters had changed, Polly stood firm, saying nothing had changed. Gilmour agreed completely, repeating the same line he used before. Every word was true. For fans still dreaming of a Pink Floyd reunion, Gilmour's latest remarks make one thing painfully clear. The chapter is closed. The music will always endure, but the partnership that created it remains part of the past. A brilliant yet fractured legacy that can never be revived.